Susan, are you feeling a little bit more human?
A little bit, yeah.
If you suddenly need to go, we understand.
I will cut out if I
Don't
need
even
to.
apologize, just run. Good. My main focus is vowels and Scooby-Doo sliding. Even if it means going more slowly than we would normally go. I think we all, because I listened to it back, I think we all hit a very nice Gabby and Jason quality in the work last week. That was lovely. I randomly put it on at 10 minutes and 40 seconds or something. I went, ooh, Susan. That sounded very French. I put it on in the first 3 minutes and I was like, I can't hear the buttons. So basically, I want that there. But now with that twang, I really do want the Scooby-Doo from it. Your mouths are capable of going a lot faster than I'm going to need you to go, but I don't want you to go faster than the vowel will allow. Yeah? So I don't need, oui, Luc, je suis très content de vous. But I don't want that. I want, je suis très content de vous. If it hasn't got something which sounds French, don't give it me. Don't give it me. All right? Lovely. The screen looks quite lovely because Susan and I are in landscape and Nina and Maggie are in portrait. So it looks like a very, I don't know, it's very, very artistic. Good. So Maggie, remembering the brilliance that was your class this week for 40 minutes, 40, of no vowel errors. Not one in 40 minutes. Okay. It's amazing what happens when you call someone a CUNT. So basically, I said, will you fucking listen? What else was our focus this week, Maggie? We don't move forward until we are ready to move forward. And that means that you are going to slide into the sound that you know where you are going. We don't have any stammer. Caveat, side note, there are times when I'm just like, just go with it, muscle memory, just see what happens. But that's not the exercise here, okay? We get one go. We don't get to repeat things unless I particularly want them repeated, because we only get to say things one way in France. And we don't get our sentence ready so that then we're ready to join in and sound super duper in French, because by then the conversational topic will have changed. I'm telling you now. I know when people are like, I can see them, I can see them, I can think of business on when we're talking about something and I can see them thinking, right, I'm going to prepare a really good sentence now and then I'm going to say it. Too late. Start your sentence with the first word or the first word. Remember, the only words you need to think ahead on particularly are je and le and que and de, because they might go on. Remember a little bit more advanced technique, guys. If we've got a vowel word, we can carry on. Je vais te parler en whatever. If we've got a consonant word like Luke, so Nina va venir, Maggie va venir, Suzanne. So notice with Susan, we wouldn't go Suzanne. If we could possibly get away with Suzanne va venir. So if you need a lot of thinking time, drop to an By default, go to an So if you're like, oh shit, this is a massive reflexive blah, 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 whatever thing. Oh crap. Suzanne s'en souvient souvent, whatever. If you just need a wee little moment, not too much, just a bit of a pause, just a little sneaky bit, and your word ends in a consonant like Luc or Suzanne, yeah, then you can use your last vowel of the word without going Suzanne va venir. That's fine to go Suzanne va venir. But if it's going to be like more than about 3-4 seconds of thinking, don't, because they won't hear the word. They won't hear Luke. So if you're like, Luke makes the most of it, you know, Lu, and you're like, oh shit, hang on, profite, you know, if you go Lu, we're not hearing Luke. We're hearing Lu, we're not hearing the word. If you're like Luke and you go, oh, hang on, I've just got a very quick decision of se souvient de or s'en souvient, Luc s'en souvient, that's enough. That's fine. So in other words, that's just a bit of an advanced concept. If you, whatever. Don't want pauses. Maggie, show us how it's done, my darling. Off you go. Luke's going to keep eating because he's starving. Luke's going to keep eating because he's starving. Over to you, Maggie. Don't stammer. Don't have a guess and then go back. Don't move on until you're ready. Off you go. Stay on the previous vowel. Luke's going to keep eating because he's starving. Go.
Luc va continuer à manger parce qu'il est faim.
Look at Lukey. The first bit was magnificent. Magnificent. Clap, clap, clap. A bit more twang. I'd have heard it more. What is the word because?
Parce que.
Nice. Parce que. Nice. What's the last word in parce que?
Parce qu'il.
Let's answer me methodically for the people at home.
No,
What's the last word in parce que?
Que.
Great. Is that not one of the four?
Yes.
What are the four words I told you to not say unless you knew what was coming next?
Je, de, le, and que.
Le. Did I say le or le?
Le and que.
That's it. Okay, off you go. Good, but the first bit was spot on. So Luc va continuer à manger. Notice the twang isn't dying. The twang doesn't die. The energy keeps moving. Luc va continuer à manger parce qu'il a faim. Can we make very, very clear, Maggie? Can you just say for me, this one's dedicated to John Monroe. Can you say for me, une femme?
Une femme.
Don't go femme. Don't be so quick. Une femme.
Une femme.
We don't want to go femme. It's a bit of an older accent, but just say for me, femme. Now say la fin. La fin, the maximum nasal vibration, which is the end. La fin.
La fin.
Nice. Did you hear the twang? Fuck me, we can achieve things now, you twang. Now say for me, j'ai faim, which is kind of the bastard love child of faim and femme. Yes, I'm hungry, so say for me, j'ai faim.
J'ai faim.
Good. So I should hear a difference between faim and faim, really, subtly. That's more of a subtle one. But I should definitely hear a difference for femme. All right, good, lovely. Lovely, Maggie, good. Luke can already hear that I've improved. Luke can already hear that I've improved. There's meant to be thinking, go.
Luc peut déjà entendu que...
Excuse me, stand still. Excuse me, stand still. Excuse me, stand still. I told you when we got up and running, but I didn't mind when we were all warmed up, you moving one vowel, shut up, Luke, one syllable forward at a time. So in other words, if you go right, I know I'm going to be entend, where am I going? I don't mind that. That's not offensive to me to go, Luke can hear, Luc peut déjà. If I'm honest, it's probably nicer to go, Luc peut déjà entendre. I mean, sometimes it throws the word off to have the pause in the wrong place. Sometimes it doesn't, but be open to the fact that it's not the whole word that's fucking you up there, is it? It's the ending. So don't be afraid of going, Luc peut déjà entendre, because it's the infinitive. Rather than necessarily Luc peut déjà entendre. I mean, both would work, but be open to the first one as well. But Jesus Christ, it's a second verb after a conjugated verb. You don't get to do things again. It's about the first time with you guys. Yeah, you're all too advanced. It's about the first time. So Luc peut déjà entendre. Pause. Say for me, that I've improved. I didn't even hear that, so it's the first go. That I've improved.
Que je m'améliorerai.
Stand still, but I like the fact you're not afraid to sit in it, Maggie. What's the verb to improve?
Améliorer.
I can't hear smooth.
Améliorer.
Now close your mouth. Améliorer.
Améliorer.
Jason does a good Scooby. Scooby's our project next week. Jason does a good Scooby. We don't need to open the mouth for Scooby. So we don't need to go, pardon me, because I'm eating. This is revolting. No, I'm sorry. Even I am too ashamed. Hang on, give me one moment. Right. We don't want to say oh, my tongue has got turmeric on it. I'm really sorry. We don't want to say Améliorer. We don't want to say the mouth wide open. We don't. Améliorer. But we can still get the height. Améliorer. But if I'm saying I improved, am I telling you what you improved? No. So say for me, I improved. Don't do that, Luke. It hurts.
Je m'améliore.
Stand still. Look at me. I improved is in the past.
Oh.
It's an action past. What do all actions have, Maggie?
Accélérer.
Go on then. I improved.
J'ai. What?
You're missing the main point here. If améliorer is giving up, if améliorer has been given something to improve, fine, do it with have. If améliorer has got nothing to improve, reflexive.
Yeah.
Maggie, say for me, I washed the car. Say for me, normal action, I washed the car. Stop clicking your fingers, Luke. You can't do it anymore. Say for me, I washed the car.
J'ai lavé la voiture.
Lovely. J'ai lavé la voiture. More Gabby in it. J'ai lavé la voiture. Okay. Advanced Scoobias for next week, even though we're all in the Gabby area rather than the Jason area up and down, we can still Scooby between the different Gabbies. J'ai lavé, we don't just want, oh yeah, so we go from Gabby to Jason, so we Scooby, right? J'ai lavé la voiture. Now say for me, I washed, meaning your own dirty, filthy carcass. So say for me, I washed, I got washed.
Je me suis lavé.
Can we go again? Now we got some lovely twang for Gabby, but can I have the Jason in there? Not one vowel missed. Slow it down. I got washed. Go on.
Je me suis lavé.
Did we hear the Jason sliding into Gabby? Pardon me, Gabby, but you know the expression. I wish her nothing but good things in life. The girl wouldn't say no. So oui, je me suis lavé. Now at speed for me, just try a super fast Scooby-Doo. Ouais, je me suis lavé. So je me suis lavé.
Je me suis lavé.
That's nicer. Good. Susan. I should have taken 10 minutes to eat, but I know Maggie needs to leave. I should have taken 10 minutes to eat, but I know Maggie needs to leave. Slide slow. Don't go as fast as you want. Go.
J'aurais dû prendre 10 minutes pour manger, mais
Stop. Stop going quickly on the bits we know that sound great. Well done. I know j'aurais dû for you is no mean feat compared to je devrais. Stop going quickly on the bits we know unless you totally, and you know exactly the sensation I'm on about. No, I can run to the end of that field. No problem. No obstacles. Yeah, I'm on my horse. There are no carrier bags. The thing is not going to fucking bolt or throw me. There's a field at there's a piece of wood at the end. It can't get out. I'm quite safe. I can go. All right. My stirrups are in the right place. Off we go. Go on. Knock yourself out. Some crap, something in the way, something of an obstacle, someone coming across, somebody with a kid, a dog that's loose. Don't gallop. We don't want the juxtaposition between the da-ba-da-ba-da and the slow. So in other words, because I tell you what else it does, it puts the focus on the wrong bit of the sentence. It might, the bit that you grammatically find difficult, or not difficult, but more required thought, might not be where we're focusing our concentration. So we don't want this pause, all right? So try and come away from that, yeah? Up you go. I should have eaten, I'll let you go again. I should have taken 10 minutes to eat, but I know that Maggie needs to leave. Slow, and don't move on to a word until we're 100% ready. Stay in the previous word like Maggie's just done. I can't believe I'm saying the expression, do it like Maggie just did it. Hang on, I need a moment for myself. Oh. Hang on, I need some medication or something. Right, Gabby, all I've got is some melatonin, Maggie. But that will keep me going. Right, off you go. Oh, and some aqua. What else have I got? Oh, I've got some alcohol hand wash. I'll have a sip of that. Right, off you go, Susan. So don't move forward until we're ready. Off you go.
J'aurais dû prendre 10 minutes pour manger, mais je savais que Maggie doit partir.
Lovely. Je savais que Maggie devait partir or doit partir. That's fine. Now, I want you to move away from white noise and I want you to stay on the previous word. I don't want you to use It's not bad, but let me remind you for you advanced girls why I prefer the normal. You may have heard this in a video that's been forwarded to you this week because I've made the same point with a couple of people. Is not a neutral rest. It is a vowel in a specific location. So you guys are trying to run through your muscle memories because now you're doing Scoobies, you'll find out that you start remembering things really nicely. So for example, if I went the example that I've given all week, if I said je m'y suis habitué and you learn that, and if you then stick a big fat fuck off in the middle of it, it's breaking chain. It's breaking what you're doing. So is it preferable to stopping? Hell yeah. Yeah. Also, because you kind of know that you don't want to go you're subconsciously bringing in the Susan, which is placing your vibration where, and then you're going into the nice vibrations when you do the word. That's great. Stay on the previous solid whole vibration and then slide into the vibration you've chosen. French is a language of going from one vibration to the next vibration to the next vibration. The fact that there's like a consonant in the way, no one gives a shit. No one gives a shit. So in other words, what you said was great. The twangs were great. Can we just try and get you to be comfortable staying in a word before you go to the next word rather than There's no guilt. It doesn't mean you're slow. So just say these words for me and make them last 5 seconds. Chemise. Chemise.
Chemise.
Lovely. So like I said, we can split our time if we're like, oh, I just need a little bit of it, just a little bit. Chemise que tu acheté. Fine. But by definition, I chose chemise because it ends in a consonant. So chemise, a little bit of the last one rather than, you know, whatever. Right? Viens. Viens. Make viens last 5 seconds.
Viens.
Nice. Make lui last 5 seconds. Not 4, 5.
Lui.
Lui. Yeah, all right. Good.
Lui.
Make tu last 5 seconds. Tu. There you go. So tu vas. So think about it. I'm on my line. Tu vas. And that way, the twang doesn't go. The twang doesn't diminish. It just goes from one twang to the next. And really, you girls should be interested in the transition between the U to the It shouldn't be it should be you know, the movement between the two is just as important. And if you go to we break that. Because if you say, for example, tu vas, there ain't no in that. There's tu vas. Be interested in u to a. The fact there's a small v in it, no one gives a shit. No one gives a shit. So it's not the end of the world, Susan, but I want less I want more. Stay on the previous word, right? Luke, I'm going to try to do it to please you. Luke, I'm going to try to do it to please you. Take your time.
Luc, je vais essayer à le faire.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm what? What's I'm going?
Je vais.
And what do you think you said?
I thought I said je vais.
Does this face say you said je vais?
Nope. No.
This happens when people try and increase the twang. It's no bad sign. It means people are like, I need more activity, Luke, up here. And well done. It was completely in the right area. This is like when the boys, I don't know why not one woman does this with me. All the boys say viens rather than viens. unless I slap them. You just said je vais.
Oh.
It broke my little gay heart. It did. Off you go. Je vais. But it was in the right twang area. Yeah, so off you go. So I'm going to try to do it in order to please you. I'm going to try to do it in order to please you. Off you go. Slide, don't rate. We're interested in the vowel. What is more accomplished is correct vowel, sliding to correct vowel, not the speed. I'm going to try to do it in order to please you.
Je vais essayer à le faire pour
Look at me. And I mean, literally, look at me.
Okay.
Not whichever member of whichever band you used to have on your wall is naked on the ceiling. Stop going diagonal. You won't be able to do it in France.
A telephone pole fell down
You
my
won't
street.
be able to do it in
Very
France.
right
Susan,
now.
you won't be able to do it in France because if I catch you doing it in France, I shall appear behind you. Now, Nina will tell you, I send people into shops. I don't like embarrass them. I'm like, record. You know, but if I fucking catch your head doing this, I will walk in behind you. I will take my hands, I will put them on your head like She-Ra, and I will literally hold your head. I'll be like, don't mind me, madame. My friend just needs to talk to you properly. So look at the fucking person you're speaking to, because you are going to your thinking place. No, look at me go. I'm going to try to do it in order to please you. Go slowly.
Je vais essayer à le faire pour te plaire.
Now, I love that, and I actually love the slide, but it's essayer de. So now you've got Scooby. Can you use Scooby to remember that grammar? Essayer de. Go on.
Essayer de.
It's normally the other way around. It's normally that people remember essayer de, but when they conjugate it, they go essayer de. They mess it up when it's short. So just say for me, essayer de.
Essayer de.
Now say essaye de.
Essayer de.
So go again. So I'm going to try to do it in order to please you. Pour te plaire was lovely. Go again. Don't give me big mouth. Ouais, je vais essayer. Oui, Luc, tu vois, je vais essayer de le faire pour te plaire. Ouais, Luc, tu vois, je vais essayer de te faire. Je vais essayer de le. I'm going to try to tell you. What happens in Besançon? Je vais essayer de le faire pour te plaire. Ouais, je vais essayer de le faire pour te plaire. Go on.
Oui, je vais essayer de le faire pour te plaire.
Good. Now, I like that, but don't do a whiplash, sorry. Don't go whoop in the voice. Yep. We can go up with Scooby rather than going whoop. Okay, so that was nice that you were aware that your vibration needed to go from one place to the next. I like that. But don't do it with momentum. Yeah, it's not like a head spin thing. You know, we pour te plaire was sliding. Good, Susan. All right, Nina. Susan, I promise you, he will do it when we're in Besançon. Susan, I promise you, he will do it when we're in Besançon.
Susan, je te promets qu'il le fera quand tu es à Besançon.
There was nice sliding there. I'd like a bit more twang on the high and the low respectively for volume. So it's not that you need to speak, you know, at a different volume. You just need to get it to twang at a bit more volume. All right. Je te promets, mais. So in other words, I anticipate as a French speaker, me. I don't anticipate. Je te promets. I don't need it anywhere there. All right. I promise you, he will do it when we're in. Final thing. As soon as I tell you, speak English, Luke. As soon as I tell you, you'll go, when? In the future?
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Good. Off you go. So, Susan, I promise you, he will do it when we're in business and when we are in business.
Okay.
Susan,
Okay.
off you go.
Susan, je te promets qu'il le fera quand on sera à Besançon.
You're tripleting it.
Ah oui.
Pause.
Okay.
Suzanne, so go one more time. Fresh it up. La 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 la.
Okay.
Just go. Don't take pauses. All right.
Okay.
You took thinking pauses there and then came out with the three. Go
Okay.
individual word by word. Go.
Susan, je te promets qu'il le ferait quand on sera à Besançon.
He will do it. Il le fait.
et le fera.
Good. So notice the chain, il le ferait, is a much busier bitch than
Oui.
il le fera.
Ouais.
Much busier. Okay, good. Lovely. Maggie. This year, Luke, I will ask my boss, Howard, if I can borrow the car and if I can have some time off. This year, Luke, I will ask my boss, Howard, if I can borrow the car and if I can have some time off. Off you go. Slide.
Cette année, Luc,
Consonants, pardon me, my mouthful. Some consonants are more powerful than others. It would interest you, all of you at your level. You hear me use these terms, but it would interest you to go on YouTube, or you can read it off YouTube, but it's better with sound, and look up different types of consonants. So you've got your plosives, fricatives, all this kind of stuff. And it's also about voiced or unvoiced. That's what it comes down to. So voiced is like, in other words, if you took your finger, you can tell that you're vibrating the voice box. So for example, is, unvoiced, and b. So P and B are supposed to be identical. The human body, all languages, knows that. P and B knows are identical, one is just voiced. So p, b. The same as t, d. Yeah. T is here. There's no vowel on it. D has got a bit of a voice on it. Welsh is the best because P becomes a B and T becomes a D if you do the triglad. If you do the based on what your sentence is doing, you change the consonant to the first word, so it just knows P becomes B and T becomes D. And it's the same for you guys. So some consonants are just attention whores. T is one, Q is a big one, R is one, but I don't mind R because you've got a little bit of something else going on in R. Okay, it isn't a plosive, it isn't a fricative. Go and look up what an R is. Come back to me next week and know what they all are. All right, there's your homework. Okay, there's 3 other ones in its category. Come back and tell me what they are. So because you've got some movement coming forward, so be interested at what point sound is in the mouth and what point it isn't. So in other words, if you go what is going to make a bigger barrier for this chain that we're doing? And you love, all of you, the barrier because it's an excuse for a stop. So in other words, this sensation here of like getting in the way, some of them will need more work from behind to drive it through this sensation, and you just need to get used to doing that. Some of them you'd be fine, it wouldn't stop you. Some of them would take more sensation, more drive to stop it. In other words, if I'm hearing set, I'm going to, what am I going to need from you so that the T isn't winning on that sentence? That's what I'm on about. So for example, if I said cette fille, I still need something which is going to make it a. Yeah. And even when people start doing really lovely vowels for me, I still get cette fille. Do you understand? So have a little play with how much push you need to drive through varying consonants. Q, K, or as I said earlier, like a complete fucktard, K, because I wasn't thinking, I went the K. I was like, no, scrap that. The Q, that's fucking hard. Like avec. So, it's a real banger, isn't it? So just play with that, Maggie, again. All right, it's a new sentence. I don't want any consonants becoming bigger than the vowel. All right. I agree with you, Luke. It's important to think about it. I agree with you, Luke. It's important to think about it. Slide.
Je suis d'accord avec toi, Luc. C'est très important de penser.
Pause. Look at me. You ever so subtly, you've been landing okay. You've been landing on the saddle. You know, we went over the jump and few of the horses there, but you're ever so slightly taking off without knowing where you're supposed to be landing.
I know. At the end of the
And therefore, notice what we lose. We lose the opportunity to slide, which gives us that badass French quality that all of you three bitches are capable of. All of it. All of you, no problem. Yeah, so if we know where we're going, we can slide into the next vowel. We've got that passage from the previous one to the next one that makes us sound shit hot and badass. Yeah, let's be honest, which slays the competition. You know, it's like, have you heard that American woman speak French? My God, that's what we want. All right, so we get vowels, we get the twang, we get the Gabby and the Jason, and then we slide. If you're like, I've just finished the one, I'm all right. I know myself. I'll land it in a couple of milliseconds. It's not quite the same, is it? Because what you're doing is you're ever so slightly slowing down on the end of the last word, go quite quiet, and then bringing in the next word. No, stay on your previous. Choose, slide across. One more fresh one, yeah, because I want the fresh. Luke, I need to listen to you. If not, before it's too late. Luke, I need to listen to you before it's too late. Luke, I need to listen to you before it's too late. Slowly, take your time. Vowels.
Luc,
I can't hear you, and it's my bloody name. It's my name, so I know the name, but I can't hear. Luc, twang.
Luc, j'ai besoin de t'écouter.
Stand still. What's the verb to listen?
Oh, entendre.
No. You're on the right verb. What's the verb to listen?
Okay. Écouter.
Give me the first syllable.
Eh.
Would you give me the slow verb? Because it's an EQ. It is quick, but could you just go through those three vowels very slowly and the word écouter?
Écouter.
No, just the vowels, Maggie.
Oh, sorry.
In a slide in a vowel journey. Nice. What vowel do you think you said for the verb to listen to? Takute. So tikute. It was something odd. The girls will back me up. Yeah. So. But you were like, I'm safe because I got T and C and T, whatever. Écoute. So close your eyes, memorize that passage. No, I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Lovely. Go again. Now say, je vais t'écouter. Let me hear the
Je vais t'écouter.
Lovely. Now, when we're doing this right now, I don't mind. Listen. I don't mind that we are temporarily suspending which words we stress, because you three, all of you, have done work with me on which words we stress. That's out the window this week. I really don't give a shit about that for this week. Yeah, we'll bring it back in. We'll bring humanity back in, but I want the slide. I want the Scooby. Obviously, as I've just said, is a faster vowel. So we're not going to go, we're going to go, je vais t'écouter. That's fine, rather than je vais t'écouter. But right this moment in time, speak English like Luke, speak English like at this moment in time, I'm interested in this absolutely gorgeous segue from one vowel to the next with a small mouth. Even if that's giving us a bit of a false, quality at the moment, all right? But there's no such fucking thing as tukute. No, off you go. So Luke, I'm going to listen to you before it's too late. Go.
Luc, je vais t'écouter.
And you were coming up vey, hoping you'd find something. You were, Maggie. Stay on vey until the brain knows where it's going.
Luc, je vais t'écouter avant que c'est...
Look at me.
Yeah,
what are the 4 words that we need to know what's coming next on?
Que, de, le...
Yeah, so in other words, avant, think 2 ahead, before it's too late.
Avant.
So pardon me, look at me, let me help you. I need to listen to you before it's too late. In other words, let me be a kind and benevolent God, 2 different fucking people. Have you go, before it's too late.
Oh.
You're on avant. You should be thinking on avant.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
You're making Nina and
of
Susan
course,
nervous in the silence.
Thank
Think
you,
en
sorry,
avant, en avant.
a while since I've done it.
Say avant. Excuse me, we're on avant. Let me hear avant. You should be making the sound vent permanently. Go on, what are you thinking?
Avant que
No, excuse me. Why are we going to cut?
Sorry?
Why are we going to cut? Are we ready with what comes next?
Avant
Get your ass back on vent. Get your ass back on vent.
avant que
No. You just no. I know you, girl. You're basically just saying, right, I do avant. I've done enough on avant. That'll do now. I've done enough. That'll keep the lanky fucker happy. No, you haven't worked out what's coming up next to cut. Otherwise, you shouldn't move to cut. Maggie, look at Lukey. Say for me, it's too late.
Yes, I've realized that.
No, without the subjunctive. Just literally say for me, it's too late.
Il est trop tard.
Can you vowel that for me, please?
Il est trop tard.
Good. Il est trop. As we know, the O can come forward. Tard. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
What does? So we know it's avant que because it's a different person. Mm-hmm. And I would hate to send one of my, someone in my employ to your house. Remember, I've got your address. So you know that avant que because it's a different person. What does avant que give me?
Avant qu'il.
No. What does avant que generally?
Oh, it gives me subjunctive.
Good. And at the risk of being stupid, but this really works. Après que, no subjunctive. Avant que, subjunctive. At the risk of being patronising, Maggie, can we hear that? Avant que gives me the subjunctive. Avant. Can we get that? Yeah. Hang on, I haven't heard yes. Do you get the link on?
Yes, so yes, I guessed it. Yeah.
Okay. Right, lovely. So can you save me before it's too late?
Avant qu'il soit trop tard.
Now that was nicer vowels. Now close your mouth again and again. Avant qu'il soit trop tard. Susan, if you just get Susan or Nina going, oh, well, that sounds a bit un-Maggie-like, you can see it in their face, and the same when they do it. And that we're in this gorgeous stage at the moment where they go, oh, that didn't quite sound like Maggie. That's what you want. They need to meet Marguerite. You need to meet Nina. Yeah, we need to meet Suzanne. All right. And if you go, oh, that didn't sound like Maggie saying avant qu'il soit trop tard. It sounded like avant qu'il soit trop tard. Great. Lovely. So say for me finally, j'ai besoin de t'écouter avant qu'il soit trop tard.
J'ai besoin
Not besoin. Vibration.
J'ai besoin d'écouter.
To t'écouter, to listen to you. To listen to you.
Sorry?
To listen to you. I need to listen to you.
Oh, sorry.
Don't look at me. Don't go quickly and try and catch up and go to t'écouter. Go back again through the vowels properly. J'ai besoin de t'écouter.
Luc, j'ai besoin d'écouter.
De t'écouter.
T'écouter.
Do you understand what I'm saying? To listen to you.
Yes, I'm putting the te in front of the écouter.
Yes, good. Yeah.
But you can't hear that, okay. T'écouter avant qu'il soit trop tard.
Good, and that is the work that you three do. You know, my three graces, the three witches from Macbeth, depending on how well you're doing. That is what you do. Yeah, faith, hope, and charity. That's what you do when you've got your own time. Avant qu'il soit trop tard. Notice the biggest Scooby sensation. Notice Scooby because it's next week's project. The biggest Scooby sensation is present if you go faster. Avant qu'il soit trop tard. Too much Scooby gets a little bit regional according to certain regions. Oh yeah, alors avant qu'il soit trop tard, j'aimerais, whatever. There's a little bit of Scooby in Switzerland actually. Good. But we're nowhere near it being too much. Fuck me. Fine. We're fine. I'll tell you all. Don't worry about it. Good. Nina. Is that the order I've been going in? Yeah, Nina, then Susan. Whatever, Nina, then Susan, then back to Maggie. So, Nina.
Let's go.
I know, and you need to go and educate a young person.
Thank you, guys. Bye.
Maggie really looks like, so Maggie's got 2 children. She really looks like the one I told you about. her son. So imagine I spoke to you about the son. Maggie's got 2 children. She really looks like the one I told you about. Slide.
Maggie, elle a 2 enfants. Elle ressemble vraiment à celui
No,
que,
no vocal fry. Go back to A. Stay on A. We were all good. We were all good. Stay on A.
celui dont je te parlais.
I told you about action.
Dont je t'ai parlé.
Lovely. I need higher and lower again. Maggie a not E. Maggie a 2 a. You can't enjoy a Scooby if you've not gone high enough. Maggie. So you say her name perfectly, and that's just muscle memory. So say Maggie again for me, the French way.
Maggie.
That's it. The mat. So that's your A.
Okay.
So like any other A is going to be up there. Maggie, Maggie, not Maggie. Do you see what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Right.
So Maggie's got children. Enjoy the slide. So really go again. The French was flawless. Go again and maximum slide. But the French was flawless, but I didn't hear A the first time. I heard So in other words, we need a way to show off how good your French is. So give me the same thing, aiming for Scooby-Doo. So some people mentally prefer. Do you remember when I taught you guys about I know we're not doing it this week, but you know when I taught you guys about which words we stress? And I said some people prefer to be told what to stress, and some people prefer to be told what not to stress. In this method, some people prefer to aim for a high and a low. And by high and low, I mean vibration, not the pitch. And some people prefer to just aim for Scoobies. And in aiming for a Scooby, it basically slides you all the way up and all the way down. You know, and that gets you to the same peaks and troughs. I can't answer for you, Nina, whatever works for you. But I need in the sharp and on in the children, all right? So yes. Maggie's got 2 children. She really looks like the one I told you about. Go. Peaks and troughs.
Maggie a 2 enfants.
Pause. If I hear a bang, the consonant's 1.
Okay.
So say for me, say for me has 2, and just say for me has 2, and let the vowels be a slide from one to the next.
A 2.
That's exquisite. Yeah. Now, I'm not saying that we don't go, il a 2 enfants, but notice if I were going to push the number 2, and we do need to push it because, as you pair know, de is one of the words which has a different pressure, whether it's je viens de or elle a 2 enfants. But notice it's not elle a 2 enfants. Notice it wouldn't be the consonant that would bang it anyway. It would be the press. Do you remember this thing?
Yeah.
Oui, elle a 2 enfants. Yeah, so no press on it. Don't let the consonant win.
Okay. Maggie, elle a 2 enfants.
No, but Nina, it's coming. No, don't get me wrong. It's pretty on you, but it's pretty on you in an English way. I want the soprano and the. So just copy me. Just say the twang Beyond mine, better than mine. Now say on. Twangier on. Less human. If you girls need to hear it as less human, think less human. On. Good. Now we've got 2. On. Now say enfant. Good. Enfant. Maggie a 2 enfants. Maggie a 2 enfants. Go on.
Maggie a 2 enfants.
Lovely. So you're trying to find it. Good. Keeps trying to slide. This is why we've got the slide, because it gives you, Nina, the opportunity to, I wasn't quite there, I can slide a bit more. Whereas what you're trying to do is you're trying to learn exactly where it is. Like, you're being Nina the gymnast and you're coming out of a position and you're like, that is the mark I need to hit. And I will come up this and I'll be like, I will land there. And I need you to go, I'm aiming there. I'm going to backflip. I'm going to follow my hands round. I'm going to follow my hands. I'll land. I'll be fine. I'm going to follow my hands, with my head. I'm not going to break my neck. I can't break my neck because I'm following my hands. Just go in the direction of the, I gotta break my neck if I stood up now, let alone did that. But basically, Maggie a 2 enfants. So find it for me. Keep giving me more and more and more. Don't be afraid. It's a workshop to try this in.
Maggie a 2 enfants.
Bigger twang. Maggie a 2 enfants. Okay, Nina, one final thing to play with. Imagine it's behind a wall. Behind a wall, they're not going to hear the M's and the G's. But they're here. Maggie a 2 enfants. They're going to. What would you hear behind a wall? Maggie a 2 enfants. Go on.
Maggie a 2 enfants.
That's fucking badass. That works for you. Did you hear it,
Okay.
Susan? Yeah, Maggie, elle a deux. Send it to the woman behind the counter. Maggie, elle a 2 enfants. Madame, so say Maggie's daughter is in Besançon and she says, the woman behind the counter says, Madame, c'est votre fille? And you say, non, 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 c'est la fille de mon ami. Ah oui. Oh non, mais Maggie, elle a 2 ans. You know, whatever's going on, you know. Good, Susan. I managed to hear the difference when my friends speak what am I trying to get in? The way they speak is so powerful. I managed to hear the difference. The way they speak is so powerful. I managed to hear the difference. The shit to think about. Notice shit to think about is a lovely thing because we can sit where we sit. We don't need we sit on the previous thing. Sit where you think. The way they speak is so powerful. I managed to hear the difference. Off you go, my love.
La moyenne dont il parle est si puissant que j'arrive à entendre la différence.
Now that was some fucking badass twang. That was some really neat twang. Can you make your... That was nice twang. That was really, really lovely. And there, gorgeous. I prefer manière and façon.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Can we also bring the mouth together with you? So with other people, I would say, right, okay, and people, you know, to different things. Last week, we started with none of this, and then you went at about 10 minutes 40. Can I now ask you not to use your mouth too much and to see if you can still hit those twangs whilst adopting oui, la manière dont elle parle. Yeah, you know, can we, you know, smoking is bad, children. Smoking is stupid. If you light something and set fire to it, it normally means you have to put water over it. It doesn't mean you inhale. Yeah. Lovely. Ask my mom. She used to remove people's jaws for a living. Maxillofacial. But if you adopt that kind of la façon, so in other words, what's it I say? If you go smoothly, it doesn't diminish the Scooby. It almost makes it easier because you've got a closed mouth. So all you can think about is the Scooby. Talking about these barriers, these plosives, fricatives, whichever you're doing. The smaller the mouth, the less of a barrier. So it allows us to slide more. And again, try not to think about it as in the I am in the A. Now I'm in the U. I am in the A. I'm headed towards the U. And there's a point at which I'm kind of like, you know, I'm shading the two colours together. Not that I'd wear eye makeup, but Jesus Christ. But yeah, yeah. All right, so go again. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Same sentence, just try and keep the mouth a little bit like this. If you feel ventriloquist's dummy, we need to push more from underneath. We need to find more twang. I don't personally think you will feel ventriloquist dummy if you're twanging enough and sending it forward. You know, la façon dont elle parle est plus puissante, j'arrive à les comprendre, whatever it was that I gave you. All right, so let me give you, let's just go back and forward, let's just carry on. That was good, Susan, but small amount. Nina, this is going to help you guys to understand when people speak quickly. This is going to help you guys to understand when people speak quickly. Take your time, don't slide gently.
Ça va aider. I'm forgetting the sentence because I was.
It's going to help you guys. Come on, it's going to help you guys to understand when other people are speaking quickly. Don't race. Okay. Take your time. Take your time.
Ça va vous aider à comprendre quand les gens parlent vitement.
Pause. Have another go. It wasn't bad. Just all the things I've talked about, bring them up a bit more.
Cette méthode va vous aider à comprendre les autres gens qui parlent pas lentement.
No, lovely.
plus
No, joking
lentement.
apart, what I fucking adore there was it was just a completely different structure, but that it made sense. Let's just basically let's talk about the two things. So let's look at the first one. Quand, this is going to help you when people speak more quickly. Ça va vous aider from now on when people speak more quickly. So quand les gens parleront. Lovely. Although you could generally get away with when people generally speak. But subtly, it's like that's going to help you because you've used another clause referring to the future. We kind of know what it means. Yeah.
Okay.
So if you said, yeah, it helps me when people speak, you're talking about your current life now. Oui, ça m'aide. Ça m'aide quand les gens parlent. That's doable. Yeah, ça va m'aider quand les gens parleront. Or that is going to help me when in my current time zone people speak. You could have gotten away with the present. All right. Oui, ça va m'aider quand les gens parlent. Can you just say this to me? Can you say les gens?
Les gens.
And so don't now just look at a word. Look at the kind of words that tend to commonly go before it and learn the appropriate Scooby. Les gens.
Les gens.
Nice. Now give me jeune.
Jeune.
Lovely. We don't want those two getting confused. Lovely.
Okay.
Quand il, that was good. That was good. Now I need you, same as Susan. I always say they've got a full rasp husk, and yours comes in from time to time, and it's nice. I keep saying it's a nice quality. We don't mind it. But I need you to go above it or underneath it at times. Okay, because it's there. All right, so it's almost like a tell with you two. Maggie's tell is stammer. Yeah, and joking apart, credits where credit speak English leads you dime bar. Credit where credit's due. That's generally why I know the camera's here. Like really generally, I'm not stupid. I know the camera's here. It's a new laptop, but I know where the camera is. I generally turn my face ever so slightly to the side because when I'm speaking in French, I want to watch that my own face isn't getting too much like this in the French. Because if you're going 1 second, 1 second, 1 second, 1 second, it just, I'm sometimes listening to myself back and I'm like, relax, Luke. You know, but which is why Besançon was just such a gorgeous experience because it's just like, oh, no English. But if you have the quality, it's not, if you literally analysed it on a, you know, it's got its own note. It's a stretched consonant. It's like, and it's a more treble note. Yeah. So is a thicker note. Is a thicker note. It's actually thinning out the note. So it's nice in English because we're used to listening to that range. But in French, you want to be above it or beneath it. You could, your voice box is your voice box. Your voice box will still be you. Don't you worry. But we just want to make sure that it's not because the sound is coming from there. Good. It'll be Scooby-Doo next week. We'll be playing the Count the Scoobies game. Chances are, you know, you might have had a video on that before next week, but it's not like it'll give you a massive advantage or anything. It's just being aware of the Scoobies. It's just really starting to learn how to hear in an imitation way how many we've had in a sentence and match them. No, it really is. Bloody good work. When everybody hits the twangs, we now get to do exciting stuff like this. And every single one of you has had a moment, well, the majority of what you both, of what all three of you said when you were here, where the other two have gone, ooh, would you agree with me? Yeah? Yeah. Good. Well fucking done. Good job. Very nice. It doesn't sound like Nina. It doesn't sound like Susan. It doesn't sound like Maggie. No offense, but that's what we want. Good job. Very good job. All right. I'll let you know the colours for next week.
Okay. I'll be home.